Boy, Chris, you'd think that after what happened in Virginia, school boards would learn?
No. This is a very active dynamic, people seeking advantage. I'm not a huge fan of the issue, to be honest. I think that there's some really hard calls and some really gray spaces in this. And I understand why there's a lot of agonizing. Either they broke the rule as a school board or they didn't. Either the affidavits stand up or they don't. That issue is easy. I worry, though, about the politicizing of this. I don't think it's helpful to people who are dealing with it personally, and I don't think that it is a mainline concern for a majority of anybody's community. And I think you have to be careful about politicians using it as a distraction, as a proxy for your interests. I think there are a lot of other things this Attorney General could be focusing on rather than this. Not that he shouldn't. If they broke the rule, they broke the rule.
I hear you. You say, though, it's not a mainline concern for parents. I covered the 2021 Virginia governor's race, and it was the first campaign I'd ever covered where voters told me, both rural voters and suburban voters, the number one issue on their mind was education. Now, education was a proxy for other things. It was a proxy for parents' rights. And what I can't figure out, put the transgender thing aside, whether it's books, whether it's what is being taught in classrooms about sex ed, whatever it is, why is there this feeling by so many educators that they know better than parents?
As you will see, God willing, someday, you will never walk into a parent-teacher conference where the teacher is there to listen. Okay, they are there to tell you about your kid and what your kid does. They design the curriculum. You know, they're the pedant. You know, they're the people with the education to do it. And that's supposed to be the job, that they teach. They don't teach what you want them to teach. But clearly, we're not talking about the 3 R's here, okay? We're talking about the shaping of moral backstops, of ethical considerations, of what's right and wrong and good and bad. This is a very gray space, not just in humanity, but in terms of teaching and what is right and what isn't. So I get why teachers think they know better than me how to teach my kid algebra. They better, because I suck at it. But on these other questions, that's where parents get up. And there are a lot of legitimate issues. I don't think bathrooms are one of them.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.